Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Zombee Kat.
And this is basically our, I don't know what you'd call this, like just overall review of Series 6. Not counting the governor since he's not out yet in the United States.
Fucking jerk.
I know. He's out in Hong Kong apparently.
You need to come out of the closet, governor.
But Zombie Kat missed most of the reviews except for Bungie Get Zombie, so
I didn't feel good. I'm sorry.
we're just going to go over what our favorite ones are. I kind of already said what mine are, but we'll just go over it.
You want me to say what my favorite is?
Sure.
I would definitely say that Herschel's my favorite.
Yeah, that's my favorite too out of this series.
I'm very happy that... Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I didn't watch your other reviews yet.
No.
I've seen the ending parts because I like to watch those.
Herschel's the one I reviewed first, and then I reviewed him first because he was my favorite out of them. And then people were like, why didn't you review Rick? He's the one we want to see. So I did Rick next. And I do like Rick. I'd say he's my second favorite. However, I don't think he's the second best. I think Abraham's the second best.
I would say that Abraham's my second favorite.
He looks so much like him. The only thing is, like, he's not painted right, and like his hair and his mustache are not painted the right colors.
You can't, like, from a distance, you can't even see that he has a mustache.
Yeah, see, like, they didn't paint his mustache right. And, I want to point out, like, there's a theory, I guess you would say, going around that the figures that were released at GameStop before Black Friday and on Black Friday were actually the figures that caused the delay because they had, problems. They were not right. The paint wasn't right.
Substandard.
Yeah. And theorizing that GameStop wanted them anyway and got the shitty figures.
That wouldn't surprise me if they just wanted to capitalize on it, didn't care that they weren't as good.
That's possible. I don't know.
Saying, if they come out with better ones, we'll just get the new ones, and if it hasn't been too long, we'll return all these assholes.
Yeah.
Herschel looks fine, though. He looks good.
He looks good, but like, even like, see, what I did was I found out on the Walking Dead memorabilia and collectible site or whatever, and that they were coming out of GameStop, and I ordered them online. I think it was like on the Monday before Black Friday, and then I found out they were actually at the stores on Wednesday in my area. So I went there and got them so I could do the reviews, and I just figured once I got the ones in the mail that I'd return them or whatever. They actually came on Friday. But the Carol that I got actually looks a little bit better. It might be hard to tell on the camera, but I really was bothered by Carol's face. I think her face is the worst out of all of them.
It just doesn't look like her.
Yeah. But just slightly, I think the one that came in the mail looks a little better. They still don't have her hair right. Her hair is like super dark. It's supposed to be lighter gray. Like, you can see it on the back there. You can see in the back her hair is sort of like a light gray color. But I don't know. I think Zombie Kat pointed out that this one's nostrils aren't painted as dark as this one. It just looks...
Yeah. When you have out a package, it looks like she shoved a couple of peanuts up her fucking nose and pulled them back out, stretched them shits out.
I don't know how well you can see that on here, but it just looks a little better. And also the Herschel might look a little better. It's not a big deal, but I think the paint on the shirt on this one in the package might be a little better. You can actually see the lines better.
I think it's a very vague difference.
Yeah.
That one's not as major.
No. The Rick, though, because I only ordered 3 of them online. The Rick, I don't know, the one in the package's face looks messed up somehow.
I think we got lucky with the Rick that you got in store from what I've seen and what you've told me you've seen with other people's.
Well, there was 2. They had 2 per store, I guess, apparently, because there was 2 per case, and the other Rick had blemishes, like messed up spots on his face, so I grabbed the one that didn't. But of course mine's wrist broke, so that was a problem. That might also be another reason why these are the substandard ones, because the wrist broke. Maybe they're not made as well, I don't know. And also, someone on that Walking Dead memorabilia site's Bungie got Zombie's guts ripped in half, and that could be the same thing. I don't know. That could be just another one of the problems with that first batch.
That would really piss me off if the Bungee Guts is ripped.
Yeah, well,
like, without his Bungee Guts, what is he? He's just a zombie.
Just zombie.
Hole in the stomach zombie.
But if I had to rank all these figures in order, mine would be Herschel, then Rick, then Abraham, and then I guess... Oh, that's hard because I really wanted a Carol, and I think she's good overall. Just her face is so horrible. And then I really like the Bungee.
Her face is a detriment to the whole toy. Like, it really just fucks the whole thing up.
Yeah. But I'm glad I have a Carol. Glad I have a Carol more than I am that I have some zombie. But the zombies thing is really cool. His guts. It's hard to pick between the last two, so I guess they're a tie. Carol and the Bungee Gut zombies are a tie for me.
Well, my order would be Herschel, and then Abraham, and then Rick, and then Bungee Gut Zombie, and then Carol. Because for me, like, I do want to have a Carol toy, but this doesn't even look like Carol. Like, the paint just fucks her face up so much that if you chopped her head off, the body is good.
Yeah, it is.
But her head sucks.
Well, I guess we'll see in a few weeks here in the beginning of December if they are improved in the second wave. Because it says there's a stamp on the back of the figures and you know when they were produced, and it said, like, I think October 7th. And that's back when they were originally supposed to be released around that time, so that seems like they're probably the first batch that wasn't right.
I hope the other ones are improved, because if they have said that they delayed it because they want to put out the best quality toys, and if they have this many problems and that's why they delayed them, then they really messed up the first time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, if they were way worse than this before, then that's not very good.
It's still a little weird the Governor isn't out yet. Let's see, he was added late. Like, they showed all these figures, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, we're also doing the Governor. And then there was a rumor that the Bungee Gut Zombies guts were the reason there was a delay. Like, the paint wouldn't stay on. But now that the Governor isn't out, they're saying that maybe that's the reason for delay, the Governor, but I don't know.
His guts, I mean, the paint on them is kind of weird.
Well, the thing is, they're flexible, but I thought they were going to be stretchy. Like, elastic, like
bungee.
Yeah, that's why I thought the paint wasn't staying on them. But these aren't that crazy that, you know.
Well, with these guts, like, I don't think the paint will come off, but the coloring of it, I think, is a little bit weird. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. For me, I think it's a little bit weird, the way they're colored. Like, the big loop that you're playing with right now, there's parts of it are pink, then parts of it are not. And it should be either pink or not pink.
No, I think the pink is the blood. I think pink's supposed to be blood on them.
Well, it doesn't look like blood. It should be red.
Yeah. Well, the preview pictures make it look like red. Because, like, I know
that's what I mean, is that it looks slightly odd.
I know the internal organs are a lot of different colors.
Especially if they're rotting.
Yeah. Because I've actually had to... Didn't want to do it, but my dad made me rip the guts out of a chicken because we were, you know, raising chickens and then using them for meat. And he's like, you're going to be the guy that rips the guts out. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Luckily, he only had me do it once because he realized we don't know what the hell we're doing. But I ripped the guts out, and it's like a rainbow when you pull them out. There's all kinds of crazy colors in there.
Well, I grew up on a farm, so I'm very familiar with what guts look like. Yeah. And other disgusting things.
But the Herschel is my favorite because he looks so much like him. And he comes with the crutches, he comes with the prosthetic leg, or the leg that's just missing. And I think that's really cool. I just like that. And Herschel is one of my favorite characters. The reason Rick's my number 2 is because I just wanted a Rick to look like he's been looking since Season 3. Season 3, 4, and 5, this Rick kind of looks like that. Because all the Ricks they had before are more like Season 1 and 2. More like Season 1, first half of Season 2, or what all the other Ricks cover. So I wanted a newer version, because he's like the main guy.
Well, I agree and disagree at the same time. Because I really did want a newer version of Rick. Because We haven't really had the modern version. There was the older versions, but not what he looks like now, like you said. But for me, it's also the fact that we don't have any Abrahams, and we have like a million fucking Ricks.
Yeah, but Abraham's new, though. That's my thing. That's why I'm not as attached to Abraham, because he's new.
I realize that, but for me, it's just any other figure I'm a little bit more excited about because it's something different. You know what I mean? Because they've just made so many Ricks.
See, another thing for me is, it's just different between different people, but so many people are still, like, complaining. They want Lori, they want Dale and T-Dog and all them people.
Fuck Lori. Well, I would want a Dale. T-Dog and Lori, I don't care.
Well, even like Dale and T-Dog is just, for me, it's like, I'm more invested in the characters that are on there right now. So I actually want, like, a Sasha and a Rosita and a Eugene and a Beth.
Definitely want a Eugene and a Beth.
I want them more than I want Dale and T-Dog and Lori now. I still would like to have them, but I'm not as worried about them. But, I mean, I wish they would go back and make all the main characters. That would be awesome, but it's...
I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I don't know. It could, but... And we were going to do another... We actually did record another Walking Dead Figures I Need to Make video, but I never posted it because I was waiting to see if they added anybody else to Series 7, because there's only 4 of them right now. And people keep saying, no, there's actually 6 because there's Flashback Herschel and Flashback Rick in his police uniform.
But they're not part of the regular series.
Yeah, I don't consider them part of the regular series. It still seems like they might add more to that 4. And hopefully they do. I'm hoping it's one of the other new characters, whether it's Bob Stuckey or Sasha or
I did want to say about Abraham, though, that I know a lot of people liked him in the comic. In the comic, like, I didn't dislike him, I just didn't really care about him.
Yeah, same for me.
He was like a minor character where I'm just like, yeah, whatever. But in the show, the way that the actor portrays him, he does a really good job of playing the part, and I really like him in the show.
That's one thing that I think the show gets a bad rep or something, I guess you say. I don't know. There's lots of people say, oh, the comic book's so much better in the show in every way. It's like, I don't know, because the show, I think, really fleshes out some of the characters way more than the comic ever did. Some of the characters doesn't, but a lot of them it does. I
would say in the show, I hated Lori, but I hated her way more in the comics. I really fucking hated her in the comics. I don't like her in the show either, but still.
Well, it's like Maggie. You didn't know... all you knew about Maggie was she is Herschel's daughter and Glenn's girl. And that was about it for Maggie in the beginning. But Maggie on the show in the beginning is awesome. She's awesome the whole way. I
think it's really odd what they did with the comic book and the show, because in the comic, Andrea's like my favorite fucking character. Yeah, I love Andrea. She's the strong female character who, like, she's not trying to be a strong female character, it's just how she is. You know what I mean? Like, she's not apologetic about anything, that's just the way she is. Yeah. And Maggie, like, she's not as full-blown, but that's what she is in the show. She's a strong female character, takes care of herself. And Andrea in the show, I can't fucking stand her, and I'm glad she's dead. Yeah. I giggled when she died in the show. You can ask Mr. Evilcheese. I did.
And there's other ones. Carol, too. Carol was nothing. It's like she sucked in the comic.
Yeah.
She's probably the biggest change.
Yeah, they made her really cool in the show. In the comic, she's like pathetic and then kills herself.
Yeah, there's nothing like her on the show. Except
there's no Phoenix transformation into a new person. That never happens.
Yeah. Herschel's kind of different, but that wasn't...
He's not a whole lot different. He just... he's more fleshed out.
Yeah. Rick's kind of the same. They just do things at different times and different ways, but he's basically the same guy, I guess.
I do think in the show they play up his brutality a little bit more, and in the comic they played up his psychoticness a little bit more. Yeah. He was more crazy in the comic and he's more brutal in the show. Like, it would only make sense to you if you've read and watched everything. If you haven't read the comic, you won't understand that.
Can't wait for that governor to come out. It does suck that the governor does not have the Darrow articulation. However, he does have a plastic jacket, a long jacket, so it wouldn't be able to really be used anyway.
Well, the governor has a stick up his ass anyway, so it's probably accurate.
I guess. But, yeah, we'll do a review of that when it comes out.
I think, though, with the Abraham figure, the only issue with it really is that his hair and mustache need painted a little bit brighter red, and then he'll be fine.
Yeah. And what's weird is, like, I've seen pictures of other people online post their pictures of their Abraham they got at GameStop, and it looks different. Like, you can see his hair and his mustache more bright. It's, like, just a very inconsistent line. And I've seen pictures, they posted pictures of Rick. And
where he's got dirty, muddy, doo-doo feces?
Yeah, it was Cameron Higginbottom, I don't know how to say his last name, posted a picture of his, and it seriously, this looks like he covered his face in mud.
Or shit.
Yeah.
I've been out rolling in the pigsty with my piggies. That's Farmer Rick that you got there. He's rolling in the pigsty.
He should have came with some piggies he can cut. Despite there's being some flaws and everything, and even not getting the governor yet, I would say this is my favorite series of the TV figures yet.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, they have 3 characters that I really wanted made, and then they got a Rick that I really want to make. An updated Rick that's really badass. Then they have a pretty awesome zombie from the show.
I think it's pretty funny for both of us, though, that this is our favorite line so far, and it doesn't include a Michonne. Because I know for both of us, that's like basically our favorite character.
I guess we can talk about that because Michonne's in the next series, Series 7, and I'm not excited about it because her face looks bad. It looks like she's really sad and unhappy. It just does not look right to me. It looks odd. And that's not one of my... It's a different costume she's wearing, but it's not one that I really like out of the ones she's worn. It's different. Like, she puts on that long sleeve white shirt.
I don't like that costume either.
It's odd.
They should have made her the way in the costume that you put your custom in. That would have been better.
That would have been cool. And also they're making Gareth, what's really sucks is, and other people pointed this out too, he's in really, really boring clothes. And then in the last episode or 2 that Gareth is in, he's wearing that like leather jacket, that white jacket, and it looks just like the jacket that he's wearing in the comics. And that jacket actually looks cool and it's more interesting. That's what they should have made the figure in. That would have been really awesome. I mean, my guess is that McFarlane didn't... They probably get pictures of, early pictures from the series, and that's what they go by. They probably didn't have anything to go by for that costume. That's my guess. So, I don't know. Maybe they'll make it down the line, but it just seems kind of silly to get 2 figures for a character that only lasted a few episodes.
Yeah, and the clothes they're making him in, he just looks like some dude.
Yeah, it's really boring looking. Like, lots of people are really excited about it, but I don't know.
Well, there's a lot of people that really like his character, and I'm just kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he did play the part well, but as far as the TV show is concerned, he was in it so little. He seems like a very minor character, and he's just, I don't know. I just don't really get that much into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, I don't know if I consider him a minor character. I think I consider him more like a flash in the pan, gone really quick.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I don't mean like he's insignificant completely. I just mean he's not like the governor or any of the other ones.
Yeah, I think people thought
he's a lesser villain.
People thought, including me, thought he was going to be like the main villain for that season. I thought that's what was going to happen.
I thought that was going to go on longer than it did.
Mm-hmm. In the trailers,
need to make Dirty Muddy Poo Poo Carol.
Yeah, we said that in one of the episode videos. Or I did.
Well, I'm saying it again. So,
And also about Series 7, they're making another Carl, which, like, I put the current Carl next to this Rick, and it just doesn't look right because he looks so damn young. He looks like a tiny little kid, and now he looks like a teenager, so I get that they're making an updated version, but still, it's Carl. It's like
in the comic versions, are they making the eye shot out Carl?
Yeah, they showed like.
I'm excited about that because I think that'd be cool to have.
They like showed the like shadows of the or silhouettes of the current figures you're coming out with.
I just wonder if they'll actually do that in the show because they'd have to do a lot of CG to have his eye shot out all the time.
No, they could just put a bandage over it.
Well, I guess. But it'd be cooler if they had his bloody face.
They might do that. Who knows? But I mean, they didn't do Rick's chopped off arm.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't. I remember Robert Kirkman said that he regretted having his arm cut off in the comic because it was hard to have Rick go and do things with one arm.
Yeah, it's kind of a major impediment in the apocalypse to only have one hand. Like if you're taking a piss, you gotta hold your dick, you're completely vulnerable.
And then I'm going to that.
I went there.
And the other one from Series 7 is the Mud Zombie. Which is, when I first seen that was what they're going to make, they showed that preview art. I thought it looked, it's like, why are they making that piece of shit? And then they showed the actual figure, and it does look kind of cool.
Yeah, I agreed with that completely. Like, he told me they were making them, and I'm like, nah, whatever. But then when he showed me the art, I'm like, ah, it actually looks pretty neat.
So I'm hoping there actually is 6 characters for Season 7. They add 2 more, and not counting flashback figures. I mean, there's several people they can make, and I just hope they do it. But,
you know what I really wish?
What?
And I know a lot of people would disagree with me because they don't care about the zombies as much. I really wish they came out with, like, a line of humans and a line of zombies. Because we don't get as many zombies, and I like the zombies.
Well, that's, you know, I mean, that just goes into, if they could put that many figures out, then you'd have all the other, like, sort of minor characters. You'd have Martinez and Dale, and all them guys would be made now if they could put that many figures out.
I want more zombies.
Yeah. I mean, the zombies are outnumbered by humans now.
That's not the way it's supposed to fucking work. There's supposed to be like thousands of zombies for every human.
But that's what I want. Like, I say the majority of people get all of them, but then when there's people who only get certain ones, the majority gets just the humans. They don't get the zombies. There's a very small minority that just get zombies. Like, that's just weird. But whatever.
If I had to choose, if I could only get one or the other, I would get the humans. But I really like the zombies.
All the zombies are gimmicky now.
Yeah.
Looks like you're just making a really, really super standout zombie instead of just, here's a couple of plain zombies. But, yeah, this video is really long. So, yeah, I really like this Series 6. This is my favorite series. This is the first series where I did like a follow-up. Here's this whole series review.
But I think that's mainly because I wasn't in most of the reviews. Yeah. Because I didn't feel good.
And also,
I was sick. I'm sorry I was sick. It's not my fault.
Well, there's several reasons. Another reason this series was delayed several times. And since it's the series I wanted most, the delays were just aggravating. And it was just a big deal.
There is one thing about the delays that was kind of good for me.
What?
I didn't start liking Abraham until the last couple episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, before I was just kind of like, I don't know if I like him or not. The last couple episodes I really started appreciating his character. I like him a lot more.
Yeah, me too. Well, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Zombee Kat.
Thanks for watching our follow-up video, and,
subscribe,
Stop shaking, Rick.
Watch other shit! Damn it.
Watch other shit?
Of ours. That's cool. Because everything we make is cool. You dicks.
Oh. Well, goodbye.
Bye!
So, usually there's like some kind of funny thing at the end.
Nope, we're not doing that.
Who said that?
I did.
Who?
The fucking tiger!
There's no tiger on screen.
I'm right here!
I don't see any tigers.
I'm off to the right.
Nope. All I see is Bunsy Zombie.
I'm gonna bite your fucking face off.
Abraham, Herschel, and Carol.
You're dumb.
Well, guess there's nothing going on in this ending. Guys.
Shut up!
Who said that?
I did!
Carol?
No!
Herschel?
The tiger!
Ezekiel's tiger?
No.
Who's Ezekiel? I don't know who Ezekiel is.
I'm the zombie tagger.
I never met Ezekiel. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
You're stupid.
You
You cry about it?
No, I'm laughing.
That's not a laugh. That sounded like a goat.
I cry because I'm laughing so hard. Who was that?
That was me.
Abraham?
Nope.
Herschel?
Nope.
Gare?
Maybe.
Gare?
Maybe. Can I set you on fire?
No, you're fired, Carol. You go out in the woods.
Damn it! You never let me light anyone on fire!
Here's some stuff, and you take the car and go away. Again.
Damn it!
Goodbye.
Oh, damn it, man. You see them other pictures there? Why don't you click on one of them to see the video? Or you could subscribe, Nate. Oh, damn it.